Hi there, this is Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, I'm so glad you're here. This video is Flosstube video number 7. I apologize, my dog is trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, so he's a little bit distracting. This is Flosstube number 7. I make several different kinds of videos, but this one is all about stitching. So if you're new, I hope you'll like what you see and that you'll come back. I'm going to start with a fully finished object. I have that plus one finish, a bunch of starts, a bunch of whips, and then I'll show you some other things I've been working on, and then new additions to my stash and maybe some plans. We'll see how that goes. So my fully finished object is last video I showed, and I've done a video for a different reason on this in the last month, so you may have already seen it. Last Flosstube video, I showed that I had finished my typography that was a stitch along with the fat quarter shop, and I made it into a project bag. So this is the project bag. This fabric is really pretty. It is from the fat quarter shop. The other fabrics are just from my stash. I am not a seamstress, so this is not perfect, and I didn't realize till I was all done that it's a little bit crooked, but I'm okay with that. And then I have this fun little dangle on here. So that was my fully finished object. My finish was also a start. This is called Grateful, and it's by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is stitched on 14 count fabric flare French polka dot neutral. This was from the Fabric of the Month Club through the Fat Quarter Shop. It's a peachy color with white dots on it. This was a quick stitch and very fun to stitch. I really had fun working on this one. So that is my one finish. I have some starts. You may remember if you're returning, my birthday was in September and I did one start every month or every week. I actually put in a couple of others also. But the last one that I hadn't done yet with my last video was, excuse me, blue gold macaws. My husband used to have one of these, and when I saw this pattern, I thought it would be fun to stitch. It is a full coverage. I'm stitching it on white fabric, so the whole thing. And it is, I don't know if I'm doing it on 18 count, so let's see, 18 count, it will be, I think 15 by 19, no, 10 and it'll be 11 by 14 when it's finished. I went to a scrapbooking retreat last weekend, a Creative Memories scrapbooking retreat, and instead of taking scrapbooking, I took this with me, and this is what I worked on for 2 days, part of 2 days. I only could stay for part of each day. This is one page. When I started in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah. And this is a dark, dark blue. It looks black, but it's a really dark blue. And I decided I'm doing cross-country by page. So I did almost all of this blue. There's more over here, but I got tired of this color, so I wanted to move to another color. So then I did this green and gold. And then I realized that the blue of the bird is in the bottom of the page, so I moved down to start this. So that's probably 8 hours of stitching to do all of that, and it was a lot of fun. The fabric is 18 count easy grid, I think they call it. I got it from 1-2-3 Stitch, and then here is the floss that goes with it. It's a little bit tangled at the bottom, but I think these colors are really pretty. And then one of the other things I've been working on, I spent a weekend working on project bags, and you'll see a bunch later, but this one is in this bag that I made. This fabric is from Craft Warehouse. They have like collections of fabrics that go together. I fell in love with this. I don't know if you can see on the video, but it's got some gold in the detail on the flowers. And then this inside fabric was a coordinating fabric. And I did a fun little zipper pull. And then I also made some smaller matching bags. And the smaller bags were determined by scraps I had of the vinyl. That's how I determined what size to make them. And this is another coordinating fabric that goes with that really pretty flower fabric. And these are some extra threads because some of the colors I needed double skeins of. Another thing I've started since my last video is Welcome Home. This is from a Stony Creek magazine, and I just thought it was fun, and it's going to be a quick stitch too. I've gotten quite a bit done on it. This is on 14 count Aida, and it's called Vintage Blue Whisper, and that came from Stony Creek. So this is where I'm at. Oops, my needle's hanging in the middle there. Sorry. I started with the path, and then I did the grass, and then I moved down, and I'm kind of bouncing around because I didn't have any white, and I wanted to do there's white across here, but I started with the white around the windows, which you can't really see. But so this is Welcome Home. I really like this color palette. It's very pretty. Is this the right one for it? These are the colors. Sorry, I didn't fix this one. This is a mess. It has Creek's colors, Lily Pad, and Maraschino, and then the rest are DMC. I'm using all the called for colors. This one is in another project bag that I made. This fabric was some fabric I just had laying around. This was also a coordinating pack. It was like a fat quarter bundle, maybe. I've had the fabric a long time, so there's my little zipper pull. My next start is a Christmas one. I found this on 123 Stitch. I don't remember what I was looking for, but I saw it and I just fell in love with it. This is called The Owls, and it's by Luca S. There's a kit. Aren't they adorable? I just love those little owls. So I don't have a very big start on this one. Not a very big start at all. I don't even know which way's up. I think this way's up. I started with the little owl in the middle. So I need to get back to him. And this one, the kit was interesting. This is the way the floss came. It's on these cards. And they have these little loops, so that's where I'm putting my extras until I'm done. And this is in another project bag that I made. This fabric is from Craft Warehouse. I fell in love with this. This is another collection. And this collection, it had a whole end cap, and it has a huge panel. It's for making a quilt or a wall hanging. A huge panel that's unicorns. Of course, I like purple. And this is one of the coordinating fabrics. And then somewhere here later, you'll see I made a small one to go with it, but it's not, for some reason, it's not right here. The next thing is that it for my starts? Yeah, that was my last start. Sorry, my pile, I got confused. Now I'm going to go to my whips. I worked on a lot of different projects since my last video. Well, it's been a while since my last video, but this one is a very old whip. This is from when I used to cross stitch the very first time, I think. This is a kit, a Creative Accents kit. It's called Cheap Entertainment, C-H-E-E-P, and it's three little kittens watching the birds play. So the last time I showed this, I had just barely a start. Most of this kitten's face was done, and a little bit of this other stuff. And I'll show you where I'm at now. Get the thread out of the way. This is how far I've gotten. So I finished his face because his eyes were blank, and I needed to finish the eyes. And I'm working in finishing this square, and I went up and did some of this. A lot of this is tent stitch or half crosses, all the stuff that's around the kittens. So that part goes pretty quick. This is on 18 count cream or ivory Aida. It came with the kit. And this is from when I used to sell Creative Circle. This is the floss organizer. It says I don't know if you can see it. It says Creative Circle on it. And this is all the colors for this. So that's cheap entertainment. I also worked a lot on my Emma Congdon Seasonal Earth Stitch Along. This is a stitch along that was started by Stitch Again Sam. And this picture has one picture with 4 different seasons. And so what Sam did was she started, I think she did it this way. She started the spring on the first day of spring, the summer on the first day of summer, fall on the first day of fall. I came in late, so I started on the first day of summer. And then on the first day of fall, I started this. So I'll show you how far I am with this. This is just 14 count white Aida, and I'm using all the called for DMCs. And this is how far I am. I'm almost done with fall, and that's going to give me a lot of time until the next section. The next winter starts on December 20th, so that's when I'll be starting that. I just have a little bit left to do at the bottom there. There is a place, I'll show you on the pattern. There's a spot right here where there's a spider. I don't do spiders, so I'm leaving it blank for now. And in fact, on the chart, I can't stand spiders. On the chart, I put a post-it note over it because I can't stand to look at it. So I'm leaving it blank for now. And on my last video, someone suggested that I put my initials and the year in there. So I'm probably going to do that, and I might add some of the little tiny leaves. This is the color, the threads for it. It's very colorful, very, very pretty. So that is one. I also worked on Butterfly Whispers. I only worked on this one a little bit. Last time I had from heaven, the word heaven. I had these words and this butterfly. I started this butterfly. So this is how far I am. See, I've started that big butterfly down there. I think this is really pretty. And this is, I had purchased this banner, but I decided I didn't want to use it. So I'm using the 14 count Blue Whisper fabric that I got from Stony Creek. And this, please don't fall. That's a Stony Creek magazine. Another project I worked on is temperature typography. This is by Stitch and Mommy, who is Sarah. She has an Etsy shop, and she has several different temperature patterns, and I liked this one, so I'm starting with this one. I am stitching this on 18 count Aida, and the last time I showed it to you, I just had August done, and then June, July, and part of September, and I was working my way up. So this is, I made it all the way to January, and then I've started down here in October, and I'll be able to finish October beginning Monday. So that's how far I am. You can tell we had a hot summer, and even yesterday, day before yesterday, we had 67 degrees, so there's going to be some more yellow or orange or something in there. This is a lot of fun to stitch. I really am enjoying it. And these are the colors. They're very bright. I chose, you have different color options depending on your variation in temperature where you live, but they're all vibrant colors, and I'm just really enjoying this. And then one of my September starts was this Leeds House Sampler. I started this on September 1st. This is a lot of fun. These are, what kind of thread are they? This is by Rosewood Manor. And these are Sulky Petites. There are only 6 colors. These are my threads. And here is my progress. And I need to take it out of here and fix it because it's really crooked. But last time I showed it, I was on the C maybe. I only had a couple done. So now I've made it over through the G. My intention was to keep going till I get to the edge, but it's in here really crooked. So I'm either going to take it out and fix it, or I'm going to start moving down. I haven't decided yet, but I need to get working on that. Another thing I worked on was my Elephant Mother and Son by Joy Sunday. I was not aware until a video I watched last night that Joy Sunday are pirated patterns. That was disturbing to me because I love this picture and I've looked and looked and looked and can't find it anywhere. I don't know who the original designer is, who the original manufacturer of the pattern is, but I'm going to keep looking. So I should have I guess I didn't ever think about people pirating cross-stitch patterns and kits. This was a kit, and the last time I showed it to you, I had only done like this part right here. This is the crook of the mother's arm, and I'm working down into the baby elephant. This fabric is really, really stiff, and no matter what needle I use, it's really hard to get the needle through it. And there's only like an inch border. I'm thinking that I'm going to stop, even though I love this picture. I'm going to keep looking for the original pattern. And when I stitch it, I'll put it on some better fabric. It is disturbing to me that this is something that's pirated. I had no idea. So I won't be buying any more Joy Sunday kits. Another thing I worked on just a little bit is my Farmhouse Christmas. There are 9 patterns, I think. I'm working on this one. I'm putting all of them together on one. And I put this in the center. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Ada that is purple. I can't remember the name. And I don't have my card. I've been making these little cards to remind me. But this is how far I am. Last time I did not have the block done. I had part of the purple. So I finished the block, and now I'm doing the border around the block. I think this block is beautiful. I'm not sure if I'm quite happy with doing it on this color of fabric, but I don't know what else I would do it on. I'm not really a primitive. I don't like the primitive stuff, and not that that's primitive. That's more farmhouse. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. I might look at switching it. I could make that in an ornament and start over. This next one I'm going to show you is on a fabric that I really love, and I might switch it to that fabric. I'm going to lay the threads on it and see. This is Plum Pudding by Glendon Place. Of course, I was attracted to this because it's purple, and I love how it's symmetrical. Has a lot of beads. I haven't done any of the beading yet. I'm going to save that for last. And it's done with Dinky Dyes silk floss. Last time I showed it to you, I had just this one part done, and then I've done a little bit here. So I'm not going super fast. This fabric is 18 count. It's called Sprite, and I got it on 1, 2, 3 stitch. It's a really soft fabric. It's easy to stitch on, and it is a very pale purple color, so I'm thinking it might work for my Farmhouse Christmas. We'll see. Let's see here. So that is all of my whips, which is quite a bit, although it's been a long time since my last video. So what else I've been working on, as I mentioned, is project bags. So I'm going to show you those. This is a small one that goes with the unicorn one that I showed. As I said, I am not a seamstress, so my sewing is far from perfect. These are not anything I would ever sell. I might give one away, but I can't stitch a straight line to save my life, and it doesn't matter to me. I think it's beautiful. I see a little flaw in each bag, but I'm okay with it. This one is from that same fat quarter bundle that that other one was from, that was purple. And this fabric is fun right here. And then there's this green print. So that was fun. Excuse me, I am, oh, sorry. I'm having an issue with my voice. I'm going to have to go to the voice doctor, an ear, nose, and throat specialist to find out what's going on with my voice, because it just stops working. Hopefully it won't stop before I finish my video. Here's another one. This fabric, I think, came from Craft Warehouse. It was in my stash. Craft Warehouse? No, this came from Joann's. It was not in my stash. I bought it when I decided I was making my own project bags. I love all the ones I've bought online, and I will continue to buy them here and there. But if I can make it myself, I can make it for like $10, and you buy them for $35 and up. So I just don't really like to sew. But I do love fabric. When I go in the fabric store, I could come out with a bunch of fabric. And then I made a small one to match. My project bags, I watched like 4 different videos and then just did it. I didn't go back and watch the videos again. I just needed the general idea of how they were made. This is maybe Joann's Fabrics, not sure. But I think this is just beautiful. I think this fabric, and probably that last one, I bought at the beginning of the pandemic when I was making masks. I think. I'm not positive. And then here's the small one. And then this is interesting because this fabric I had bought 12 years ago at least. And when I was first married to my husband, we did Saturday market, and I used to make these really cool bags. And I had a bag that I made out of this fabric, and at the time I couldn't get any more. And when I was looking for project bag fabrics, Joann's had it again. So it's interesting to me that 12 years later it's back. And that's this kitty fabric. I just love it. It's not my colors, but it goes well with the kitties, and it's just a lot of fun. And then I got this brown print to go with it. And this is the smaller one. Little kitty tails poking up there. Interesting how these almost, not quite match that, but yeah, that's interesting. So that's the back. And then I have this piece of fabric. I don't know why I bought it or when, but it's fun with the little woodland animals on it. And I used the same brown print. And then the last one I have, I think you'll see another one maybe in my haul stuff, because I have something I'm going to start. The last one I have is another one of these with the stripes inside instead of the other one had the circles, the other big one. And it's just this fabric I like. I should make curtains and put on my window right here. It's just so pretty. So that's the what else I've been working on. Now I'll go into my stash editions. I have quite a few of those also. I was looking for Mill Hill kits. I'm looking for one in particular, and it's back ordered everywhere. I can't find it. But I found this one that is very fun. It's called A Stitch in Time. I just think that's a fun picture. I'm not really into the tomato thing, but I like the overall design, mostly because I don't like red, and I don't like tomato red especially, but that's okay. This next thing I bought is to help me with my higher count fabrics, and this is a light. This goes around your neck, and it's got 2 little lights that point down. It works pretty well. Oops, did not mean to turn it on. And then I bought, it charges with a USB, and then I bought this separate. This is a case to keep it in. Next thing is my monthly project bag from So Much to Love. This is the one that came in October. This fabric is just stunning. I've not decided what I'm going to put in this yet. There's her label. And I did just sign up for 6 months next year, and I'm going to get, she has 3 different sizes. This is the medium size, and next year I'm going to do the bigger size and the smaller size together, because the bigger size will hold my Q-snaps that aren't fitting in any of these bags. Sorry for the zipper. Another thing that I got recently was on a previous video I had showed this pattern, Summer by the Sea by Jeanette Douglas, and I decided I wanted to do, it's meant to do all 4 together. I mean, you can do each one separately, but I looked online and found a picture of them all 4 together, and they're beautiful. So from I think 1, 2, 3 stitch, I got the rest of the patterns. There's spring, winter, and autumn. And then, excuse me, they have these, what do they call them? They call it a thread pack. I think they call it a thread pack. I'm missing one. Oh, maybe it's in the, anyway, you get these little packs, and inside it is threads and beads and whatever you need. These little packs, I was amazed at the price. There's not very much thread in there for $46. So, but it is silks. I think it's Gloriana silks. So I had received a very nice, 2 very nice gift cards. One to my local needle workshop, Acorns and Threads, which is in Portland. It's an hour away from me. And one that was just a Visa gift card. And so I contacted them, and that's how I got, where's the other one? Must be in the back of the, yeah, it's right there. I sent them an email because it's hard for me to get up there, and asked about these thread packs and fabric. They didn't have the fabric that she used, and I guess it's out of print or whatever you want to call it for fabric. And they suggested this 32 count linen. We'll see how that goes. Although these are all specialty stitches, and so that's different than cross stitch. And this is called French lace, and it's it has a green tint to it. Almost looks gray, but it's a green. So that was the fabric they suggested. So that's what I'm going to stitch it on. And then one of the things I purchased recently was 2 project bags from Little Boat 88 on Etsy. They're in Canada, and I've purchased from them before, and I love their stuff. So this is one of them. And I think this is so pretty because of the colors, and I really like turtles. Isn't that fun? So that's that project bag. And then the next thing, the other project bag, I'm sorry, I should have already had these out. I had everything else out, but the next project bag I got is this one from Little Boat 88. And this one, I love penguins too. Isn't that pretty fabric? And I recently discovered this pattern, so that's a perfect bag for it. This is Ruskin's Penguins by Modern Folk Embroidery. I didn't print it in color. This was a download. They stitched this on a neutral color, and then this is all black and white. So I thought it was perfect. This is a penguin bag and my penguin pattern. I am going to stitch this. This is a 28 count Lugana from Fortnite Fabrics. And where is the label? I don't know so I don't know what the color name is, but I'm going to use this, it's iridescent pale blue. That kind of shows the color. Maybe I should take it out of there. Sorry for the crinkling and the ripping noise. That's like gross. Yeah, where's I usually have the label that says what the fabric is. Anyway, you can see the iridescence there a little bit. It's a really pretty color. And I haven't got the fabric or the threads yet. I'm going to do the penguins in black and white, and maybe the words But, okay, my computer just did some kind of an update on its own while I'm filming. I was talking, I think I was saying, I'm going to use that fabric I showed you. I'm going to do the penguins in black and white and possibly the words in black. But the border I'm going to do in a different color, and I'm not sure what yet. My first thought was purple, but then I'm using blue fabric. So I'm going to take that fabric with me to Hobby Lobby and see what I think about maybe a variegated floss for this. We'll see. That was something that I purchased recently. I received it in the mail. Yeah, there should be this card. This is another one I just got from Fortnite Fabrics. And see, they come with a card in them. So I don't know where the card is for that other one. This one, I get 28 count even weave opal is what they are. This one's called VIP is the colorway, and it's a peachy color. So I'm not sure what I'll do with that. I also get fabrics from Bestitch Me. This one is called Evil Queen, and what I get from her is a 16 count Ada. And this is so yummy. I love this. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's going to go on something special. Is that it for my... No, it's not. Okay. And the next thing I purchased, well, not the next thing, another thing I purchased is on Etsy. I found this. I don't know how I found it. Happy Mood Point. That it's called a... I can't remember what she calls it. Some kind of a sampler. It's not a Quaker sampler, but the Etsy shop is called Happy Mood Point, I think. But I like the colors, of course. So I went and bought the floss for it. These are just yummy. Yummy, yummy. I love all these colors. And then I dyed my own fabric. So this is what I'm going to be stitching it on. I think this is just going to be really, really pretty. This is 18 count Ada. And then I also purchased from Fat Quarter Shop. They did this stitch along. That's all the trimmings. I don't do stitch alongs while they're stitching normally. And I don't want to stitch on black. This is on chalkboard black. I'm trying to decide what else I can stitch it on and not lose any of the colors. I do want to stitch this as one of my Christmas stitches this year. So I haven't decided yet what to do with that. I got this beautiful beaded tassel ornament. I think this is from 123 Stitch. Purple, of course. And it's just so much fun. So I'm going to be starting that soon. From Primrose Cottage Stitches, I got this Christmas letters pattern. This should be a quick stitch. I should figure out the colors I want for this. And I'm wanting to start, I'll tell you in my plans later. Well, I'm wanting to start some Christmas stuff. I have the owls, and I haven't touched it, but my very first Christmas one I started was those ornaments that they're on 36 count fabric and I can't stitch on it. So I might start them over, but I'm not sure. So I'm doing the owls. I want several Christmas projects. I also purchased 2 chatelaines from 123 Stitch. The first one I got is this butterfly lace mandala. I think it's just beautiful, and these are huge. These are by Martina Rosenberg. And then I got this one, which the picture isn't doing it justice. It's too small of a picture. This one is Holland Springtime Garden Mandala, and each of these is a little scene, Holland scene. The challenge I'm having with these, I really want to start this one. They have some Gloriana threads in them, and I can't find Gloriana threads anywhere. If you know of anywhere that has Gloriana in stock, every place that has it that I know of They don't have any. They have not the right weight. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I really want to start that. And I don't know enough about Gloriana to switch it out for something else. So I'm not sure what I will do because I really want to start that picture. I also got from Shepherd's Bush. This is just called Stitch, and this is a pattern that's made to stitch on one of the Fat Quarter Shop project bags. I'm not sure if that's what I'll do with it. Maybe. I don't have that project bag yet, but I like the way it looks on there. So we'll see. On Facebook, I found someone showed this picture. This is called The Bookcase by Galliana Cross Stitch Designs. And they're on Etsy. But on a Facebook group that I'm in, someone had stitched this, and they stitched the bookcase itself in black, I think. But then all of the books and everything in it, they stitched in color. It was just stunning. So I had to go get the pattern. It was not an expensive pattern. And I'm trying to decide how I want to stitch it. The person who stitched it has not yet listed their floss colors. They did a lot of pink in here where the flowers are on the edges of the bookcase, but it just, the way they did it was stunning. So I want to start that sometime in the not too distant future. This is a free pattern that I don't even know how I found it. It's by Teresa Kogut, and I can show it because this is all there is. There was no picture, just the pattern. I downloaded that. And I promise I'm getting close. I'm almost done. So this is another project bag that I made, and this was on a previous video also, my Joy of Blue video. This is from Craft Warehouse, this fabric, and this is poly. It's got silver in it and white and blue, and I think it's stunning. And the reason it was over here is I bought several winter patterns, and I'm storing just the patterns in it until I decide what to do. So I got the Cricket collection, the Christmas cookies. Is that what it's called? Sugar cookies. And I think that will be fun. From Ink Circles, I got Cocoa Time, and this is beautiful. And I have some fabric I dyed that's pink. So I already bought the floss. It's already in there. So I just need to get out the fabric if I want to start that one. This is Quilt Shop by Little House Needleworks. And I'm not sure how I might finish that. I bought the flosses. I don't know what fabric I'll stitch it on. But I just liked it because it's Quilt Shop and it was a lot of fun. And then that's that. Oh, there's a smaller. This is the floss for Christmas sugar cookies. And then this is the smaller bag that goes with that big bag. This is the fabric from September from Fortnite Fabrics. It's 28 count opalescent. It's even weave, and it's called Jet Set. It's a grayish color, and it's sparkly. This one is Be Stitch Me from October, I think. And this one I'm going to pull it out because hers have a lot of modeling in them. This is called After the Harvest. And it's not showing the right color on there. Maybe if I fold it, it'll show. The colors in real life are a lot more warm than they're showing here. But I think it's really pretty. And I'm not sure what I will do with it. And then my last thing is I do the Fat Quarter Shop monthly fabric club. I get 14 count Aida, and this is by Fabric Flair, and it's called Hazy Gray, and it's got modeling on it too. And then they always show you some suggestions of what you can stitch on it, and they have the hands-on design black Halloween ornaments on there. Yeah, they're using it for Halloween. So I'm not sure what I'll use it for. I like building my stash. So that's all. I'm sorry that took so long, that I had so much haul. There's probably other stuff I forgot about. I don't know what it is. So my plans that I have coming up is I want to find something to start on Thanksgiving Day. That's a Christmas one, and maybe this would be perfect. Maybe I should start this on Thanksgiving Day. I have to figure out all my threads and fabric. And I want to start the Jeanette Douglas by the Sea one. What's holding me up so far is figuring out, do I want to use a Q-snap or do I want to buy a frame? Silly reason to wait, but I want to get that started. And any other patterns that pop out at me, if you've watched very many of my videos, you know that my favorite part is kitting and starting a project and then watching it grow. But so we'll see what else pops up. Fat Quarter Shop has a lot of stuff coming up, and I really like a lot of stuff that Kimberly does. So we'll see what comes up with that. And then I'm going to keep looking for the supplies for the 2 chatelaines so I can start the Holland one, hopefully. Well, if I can only find supplies for the butterfly one, I would start it first. But I really want to start the Holland one. I did find online somewhere European cross stitch, is that what it's called? Where you can buy the whole kit all at once of all of the threads that you need. Well, it's 2 different kits. These are very expensive to stitch. They use NPI silks, and if you buy just the NPI silks by themselves, it's like $170 some. And then to buy all of the rest of the stuff you need for it is $280 some. So I'd rather buy them a few at a time and buy them as I go. But unfortunately, to start, I need some of those Gloriana threads because they're in the beginning and they're in the border. So I need those before I can start. So we'll see what happens with that. I think that's it for this time. This is probably kind of long. I apologize for how long it is. I thank you for coming back. If you liked what you see, please subscribe and click the little bell so you'll be notified when I make new videos. I do have other videos I've been doing every month, collaborations that I'm in that are card making and jewelry videos. I probably won't be doing any of those after the first of the year, so it might only be cross-stitch by then. We'll see. I also want to get into scrapbooking, so I might do some videos for that. I don't know. But please let me know if there's anything you would like to see via cross-stitch videos, anything you want to learn or see, would like me to do. I'm happy to do a tutorial on anything. And I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.